Hey everybody, so we have some signings to talk about from around the NHL. So let's get right into it. Mark Stone signed with the Ottawa Senators for 1 year at $7.35 million. Now, Ottawa is going to stink next year. They're going to probably be the worst team in the league, or at least be really close. And Stone's one of the best players there in Ottawa. I'm sure he probably wants out of Ottawa. I know if I was in his situation, I would. He's a very good goal scorer when he's healthy. When Mark Stone is healthy and if he can stay healthy, he can be a high-end goal scorer in the NHL. Injuries have been an issue for him, but this year we'll see what his numbers end up looking like. I don't know. It's going to be really hard for him to put up good numbers on a team this bad. But if he still has a solid season, then he's going to be looking to get a really big contract next summer. So this is just for this year, and then he'll probably be going somewhere else next summer. I doubt he wants to stay in Ottawa in the situation that franchise is in, and basically that whole franchise is a complete dumpster fire right now. He probably wants out of that. So for this year, he gets over $7 million. He's one of, if not the best player on the team, and Erik Karlsson, I guess, is still on Ottawa, so Erik Karlsson's obviously the best player on the team. But Mark Stone is one of the best players on the team, and Erik Karlsson, I don't know how much longer he's going to be an Ottawa Senator, but we'll just have to wait and see if and when he ever gets traded. But, not much really to talk about as far as this. Ottawa obviously doesn't want to... Stone has to play somewhere. He's only a restricted free agent. He can't just leave. So he's stuck in Ottawa for this season. John Gibson, Anaheim Ducks, has signed an 8-year deal, 8 years, worth $6.4 million per year. So obviously John Gibson is the franchise goalie in Anaheim right now, and for the foreseeable future, as they have put all of their eggs in that basket. Gibson's a very good goaltender. He's a high-end NHL goaltender. The salary is not bad at all. $6.4 million per year for a goaltender who is probably right around top 10. He's probably in that 8 to 12 to 13, if you were ranking NHL goaltenders, he's probably in like 8 to 12, somewhere in there. So he's right around a top 10 goaltender. He's making, less than $6.5 million a year. That is fine. The only thing I worry about is the length. 8 years is a long time, and yes, Gibson is still a fairly young player and a young goalie, but 8 years is a long contract to get locked into. What if, 2 years down the road from now he starts having major injury problems? That's something that could become a big-time issue if he's only playing 20 games a season and getting hurt. That has buyout written all over it, which would not be good for the Anaheim Ducks. But they're banking on Gibson being a very solid goaltender for the foreseeable future, and I think that's a pretty good bet to make as long as he stays healthy, or relatively healthy, and the salary's not bad. So good deal, I think, certainly for Gibson. I think the Ducks, I maybe would have gone a little shorter on the deal, but the salary is absolutely fine, and Gibson's a very, very good goaltender. So obviously, when the Ducks got rid of Freddie Anderson and sent him to Toronto, they were banking on Gibson being the goalie of the future. Now Gibson has signed his long-term goalie of the future contract. So that's who Anaheim's rolling with, and we'll see how it turns out. And lastly, today, William Karlsson, before it went to arbitration, William Karlsson and the Vegas Golden Knights have agreed on a 1-year, $5.25 million contract. This is a very good move by Vegas to wait and see if Karlsson can repeat what he did last year before locking him up for it in a long-term contract. prior to last season, the year before last season, so 2 seasons ago, William Karlsson had 6 goals on the year. 6 goals. Last year he had 40. So Vegas is waiting to see which is the real William Karlsson. Is he, really a 40-goal scorer? Now, I don't expect William Karlsson to score 40 goals again, and he probably won't. Last year was an extremely good year for him. He's probably not going to repeat the exact same level of success. But as long as he's up near 35 or so, he's fine. Vegas will lock him up next summer into a long-term contract, and he will be Vegas's #1 center for years to come. However, this gives Vegas an out as far as what if he only has 20 goals next season? What if he only has 20 goals and 30 assists for 50 points and doesn't have anywhere close to the season that he did this past year? That gives Vegas the ability to sign him either at a much lower price or trade him or let him go eventually in free agency. Vegas is smart here and waiting to see if Karlsson can do it again or if last year was just a one-hit wonder. We'll all have to wait and see. We'll see what he does this season. I think he's a very good player, and he's given the opportunity that he's gotten in Vegas. It's really brought out how good of a player he is. And while I don't expect him to score 40 again, I think he's going to be up near 35 goals, be up near 75 points, 80 points, somewhere up there. And he'll be fine. He will get a long-term contract from Vegas next summer. But I think Vegas is smart in waiting and just signing him on this one-year deal for this year and see what he does this year. And how he plays this year is going to dictate whether he gets, a long-term deal next year at like $7 to $8 million a year, or if he gets somewhere around $5.5 million a year. What he does this year is going to play a big role in that. So these are 3 important signings that have taken place over the last couple of days. And, the roster, there's not much left as far as players that need to be signed, free agents. Rosters are pretty well set now. So, it's only the beginning of August, but hockey is coming. And you're going to have training camps opening up in September. You're going to have rookie camps in probably about a month from now, maybe even less in some cases. So we're almost back to hockey. This long and annoying summer without being able to watch any NHL hockey is almost over. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. Check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.